Saturday Night Main Event happened. Maybe some of you liked it, maybe some of you didn't, but you can always trust us to break it down. Stick around. We're going to break it down together. This is Triple Threat Wrestling. Welcome back to Triple Threat Wrestling. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. We drop daily wrestling content. I am with the boy MVP. We are going to break down Saturday Night Main Event. MVP, how are you doing today, brother?
Good.
Good. What did you think of Saturday Night Main Event?
I mean,
just overall before we get into the matches.
It's all right. Definitely wasn't a PLE, so I know whenever it comes out, like they try to give it some PLE vibes, but I actually went into it thinking, all right, this isn't a PLE, and it was great. 2 hours, 5 matches. It was all right.
It took me back because I was like, I kind of missed this where it's a 2-hour show. Felt like a lot of action, minimal on the promos and all the hype and the show fiasco of it. It was good old wrestling. I kind of liked it, but let's break it down. So they opened not PLE. I almost said PLE. They opened Saturday Night Main Event with Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn and CM Punk. It's a pretty good match. I'm not going to say anything negative. I think it was pretty good. Everything that happened should have happened, and I was highly surprised we got the third member this early. I thought it was going to be at Money in the Bank. I'm very surprised it's Bronson Reed. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
Well, I mean, I'm surprised because he annihilated his ankle back in November.
Yep.
And it's May, so what? 7 months? 7 months?
About, yeah.
Yeah, for
7 to 8, yeah.
For a broken ankle. That's surprising. That's impressive. Let's just hope he didn't come back too soon, because nobody thought he'd be the third guy.
Yeah, no one did. And he I was actually watching it. He went up for the tsunami, and I was like, please don't shatter your ankle. Please don't shatter your ankle. Like, you just got back. Just made me nervous.
And then might I add, coming back with the black cement threes.
He did. I saw that. Those were sick. I liked those.
Yeah.
He was rocking them. They were very wide to fit his feet, but they were they were good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's as much as I don't hate it, and I think it's good. I like the three together, but what now? So I guess we'll see, but like, I just don't want them to squander this. Like, it's got potential. You could have Seth Rollins run the show. Bronson and Braun Breaker is like the tag champions. No one's touching them. They're just monsters. I don't know. I'm just nervous because I have some questionable judgment on this. The Triple H run this year, as you know. But just please don't fuck this up. Just don't mess it up.
Well, all over social media, they're like, "Oh, this is the new age evolution," and I can see it. You got Seth Rollins being, the current, big
Triple H,
big name. Yeah, the Triple H. You got Paul Heyman being the older big name, like Ric Flair, and then you have the two upstarts.
Yeah, but it feels like you got two Batistas and not a Randy. Like Austin Theory would have been. That's who I thought it would be. That would have been like the Randy Orton of the group. But yeah, you just have Batista and Batista, bigger Batista. Overall, not too bad though, right? Pretty good.
No,
the match and the results.
CM Punk. So what was Bronson Reed and CM Punk gonna feud now, or is it just CM Punk gonna feud with the whole faction?
I remember we did the War Games prediction.
Yeah,
it's looking like I said, the original. Like, I do love the Cody versus Cena thing, but it kind of looks like it's going back to what I said: Punk Zayn, maybe Jay.
I don't know. I don't think they're headed that route. It could be two other guys that might wind up in the fold. I think no spoilers. John Cena getting involved with the Jey Uso match. I feel like there's some of that gonna still work its way into the story because this is John Cena's last year. He wants to get involved as much as he can in his limited dates. We'll see what happens. But CM Punk feuding with this new faction gives something else for the best in the world.
I agree. Next, we have the women's match. Zelina Vega defending the U.S. title against Chelsea Green. You go first.
Botch 619 attempt. It's a standard women's match. Nothing great here. Zelina Vega just flying around like that small little jumping being that she is, but she did botch a 619 attempt. Still, she inadvertently kicked Chelsea Green in the face, in the nose, just to try to save the spot, but in the process breaking Chelsea Green's nose, and it just started pouring blood. We did have a code red from the top. That was pretty nifty.
Yeah.
But Zelina Vega retaining the title here is kind of surprised.
Yeah, like
unless there were. All right, I know Chelsea Green. We want her in the Money in the Bank match. Maybe that's a signal that's we're gonna go bigger and better with her. But it was still surprised to see Zelina Vega retain here.
The only way I like Zelina Vega retaining here is if Chelsea Green's in the Money in the Bank match.
Yeah.
Zelina Vega's just, I don't know if I'm in the minority here. Just not exciting. I mean, she's there. She's talented. She can wrestle, right? But she don't have the character to be a mid-card champion for me.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It falls flat.
Basically, it feels like she's been thrown in the mix with no actual, real story behind it. She just helps Meechin and BFAB out. If they actually wrote something compelling for her, I could get behind it. But like you said, no character, no story. It basically feels like a placeholder until they can figure out something to do with that US title.
Well, what they need to do is, I think Lyra's had it maybe once, but if you're a champion, you should have some promo time here and there. Zelina Vega is just there. I think Chelsea Green is a way better character. I think she's got a great thing with the Secret Hervis and the whole, like I said, out of the women, she's the best character WWE has. And if she's not the U.S. champion, she needs to be at least in the Money in the Bank match to contend for that, and try to go after. Maybe she wins and she goes after Tiffany,
Well, the good thing about her character is she can get over and stay relevant without needing, gold.
Yeah.
Kind of feels like they're giving Zelina this gold so they can get her over.
But I think it's especially, I guess that works if you're talking about the world, the women's world champion. But these mid-card titles just got here. So I feel like you need to put the gold over. The gold ain't going to put you over. There's nothing. The fans aren't behind the gold right now. They're like, we don't know what this U.S. title is. It just got here. Make us believe how prestigious it is. Like, that's why, like, Chelsea Green, a lot of people didn't like her as U.S. champion, that I've read online at least. I think she did a great job because it made me feel like there's a system for it. The United States Secret Hervis champion. It was like, okay, you're building something on this title. Having Zelina Vega, that gold ain't going to put her over. You have to have someone put it over to build prestige, right? I mean,
well, then now
maybe I'm wrong.
Now you run the risk of, or not run the risk. Now it's what you're gonna give Zelina Vega a long title run to build prestige for this title.
Yeah, it ain't gonna work. Not a good plan. But anyway, we're gonna go to the John Cena match with R-Truth. I need to tell you something. This was exactly what it needed to be.
Exactly what it needed to be.
This was incredible. So many people have bashed it. Like, why waste one of John Cena's dates on this? This was fantastic.
This was fantastic.
I was so tired when I watched this. I'm like, trying to stay awake. When John Cena's music hit for the second time, I was like, there ain't no way.
Like, what?
No. Yeah. And then Ron Cena. And like it felt like he was representing what John Cena should be. Like he was fighting for Cena's soul, quote unquote. You know, not talking about The Rock, but he was fighting to like show this is what you need to do. Like it was so freaking good, dude. I loved every second of that.
Yeah. No, I did too.
And it didn't overstay its welcome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh no,
I'm glad that you see my point here.
No, I really loved it too. You got the John Cena spots from R-Truth, and then it's like, oh, John Cena's just like, okay, enough of this.
Yeah, but
low blow, attitude adjustment.
Yeah, what did you notice when R-Truth came out and he did the tell you? He looked in the camera. Oh, time to go to work.
Yep. Yeah.
And then he ran the ropes.
He did everything perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah. It was fantastic. And
no, it really was.
It was interesting though, because it's like Cena was gonna hit him with the title, and he was kind of like second guessing it. Like he still low blowed him, hit him with the title, but like it was kind of cool to see like maybe R-Truth is breaking him a little bit, like showing him no, like. Honestly, in this farewell tour, R-Truth needs to save John Cena. That's what should happen in December. I'm so behind R-Truth and everything he does.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Number one
it's
fan.
Definitely good. Yeah. It's his childhood hero.
Mm-hmm.
And he's older than him.
Yeah.
We move on to the Drew McIntyre match with Damian Priest in a steel cage match.
Man.
Do you know what the worst part of this match was?
Tell me.
Read my mind. What's the worst part of this match?
Oh. Was it the commentary?
Jesse the fucking Body Ventura needs to stay so far away from that commentary table. It's not even funny. Do your little spiel at the little podium. Do not go on commentary. Like before we even get into the match,
Drew McIntyre shouldn't be in this match because he's a good looking guy, and by the end of this match he won't be good looking.
Yeah.
or you're gonna win by escaping the cage.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Why?
He said,
why are you doing
this?
What?
He said, how are you going to win walking out of the cage and not pinning him or going over the top? I was like, does someone need to tell him how cage matches work again?
That's the rules of the cage. Oh, this is horrible.
Yeah. The first Saturday Night Main Event when Jesse the Body came out, I was like, this was good. He's kind of overstaying his welcome a little bit on these Saturday Night Main Events. And I love Jesse.
I love the nostalgia.
Yep.
But he definitely shows he does not watch the current product. So
Yeah.
I don't know how you can put someone like that doesn't know the product on commentary. That's like
Yeah.
putting Mike Adamle out there. Oh, here we are, Jeff Harvey.
Yeah. Yeah, it's for facts. But the
I
match.
love Jesse, but
Oh yeah, yeah. But it's like I said, podium. Talk about the nostalgia a little bit,
mm-hmm.
then go away. Go to catering and have a sandwich or something.
I don't need to be on commentary for this cage match.
You do a pretty good Jesse there.
A lot of carrying cross.
Well, that's true. But yeah, the match was it was decent. I mean, I'm kind of glad it's over, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm over Damien and Drew, but
from news I've been seeing, it's Drew McIntyre gonna take an extended leave of absence to heal his.
You gonna get that neck looked at?
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't even turn his head all the way to the
good
left.
on him. Yeah, good on him. Get healthy. Same thing with Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
These guys deserve long breaks because they're just killing it out there and killing themselves.
Yeah.
Get back healthy, guys.
Yeah. Well, and the thing with Drew, I'm gonna give Drew his flowers here.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the unsung MVPs of WWE right now, because he'll turn anything you give him. He'll turn chicken shit into chicken salad.
Yeah,
he's great.
Oh yeah,
but him being out of the main event picture is just disgusting right now. He should at least be somewhere around it, and he's not.
Mm-hmm.
He's been stuck with Damian Priest for months. And it's like
since
Damian Priest
since Mania last year, essentially.
Yeah, really. I mean, and like the only thing that Drew McIntyre's been given that's been great in the last year and a half is the CM Punk feud.
Mm-hmm.
A good trilogy of matches, like it was good.
Yeah.
After that, it's like, well, what do we do with Drew? Well, you're about to lose him to some other competitor if you don't figure it out. Like when his contract's up, he'll go somewhere else. Well, I think so.
He just recently resigned, so.
For was it a couple years or 5 years or?
If it's 5 years, that's a long time, and it's a long time to correct the situation, which I think will happen. He gets back healthy. Correct that he was only champion during the pandemic.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't count that 5-minute championship reign where Priest cashed in on him, but I don't know. There's the same problem that AEW is having. Too many really good, talented guys on the roster, but they're working their damnedest to actually have them featured.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like, right? Like you got to cut some fat somewhere. You know, you have all these great players back when we were watching, right? Like Intercontinental title and the world title. Mm-hmm. Most of all the big names were around these titles. And it's not that now. Like it's, you know, most of the it's okay. Here's the best way to describe it. When we were 12, 13, remember we had a Sega Dreamcast? Remember we had NBA 2K? It's one of those where you're like, you do the franchise mode and you draft every great player, but there's only 5 spots on the team. So who are you going to play? You know, like who are you going to play? That's kind of what's happening now.
I'm going to bring Vince Carter off my bench.
Yeah. Allen Iverson's on the bench because you're going to start Jordan and Kobe. You're not starting them. But yeah, that's what it is. I think you hit the nail right on the head there. Just too many big time players, not enough to do. And
but also, you know, you have to cut the fat somewhere, but you don't want whatever you cut to go to, you know, the competition.
Well, that's another thing. But that's where AEW is. Well, let's just pay these people to not go anywhere. Like, just stay here. Anyway,
Maybe a
but
new
yeah,
show. A new show.
or you actually stick to the frickin' brand split rules, and then you feature only the play. Everyone goes to whatever show. The whole brand split's a frickin' joke. They never follow it. The draft's gonna come up here soon. Don't matter. They follow it for like a month.
Oh, and they mentioned Edge. They mentioned Edge. His mentor Edge.
Yeah. I don't know. Overall, it wasn't too bad. I mean, obviously the right person went over because Drew's going to get looked at, and it was what it was. Keep Jesse the Body away from commentary. But Jey Uso versus Logan Paul. I took over the last couple. You take this one.
Oh, man. Oh, all right. We all knew Jay was going to retain here. I mean, I want to say eventually, somewhere down the line, they'll pull the trigger and give this YouTuber a world title. I hope to not be watching wrestling when that happens. But just the threat that John Cena coming out and trying to ruin wrestling is I'm like, it's cool. You see Cena beating or simulate beating, because if you looked at his punches, they weren't connecting.
Yeah.
And the return of Cody Rhodes making the save here, so Jay can fight on another day and defend the title. But in this the process, making a match, you think maybe it's the main event for Money in the Bank? John Cena and Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. I mean, it's got both world titles, both world champions in the match.
Of course it will be. I mean, with both titles at stake, it could possibly see a Money in the Bank cash-in attempt, maybe, for whoever wins. Maybe. But you have Night of Champions this year, too. This would have been better for that. You know what I'm saying? It's like Night of Champions, you have both champions in the main event, whatever.
Well, I think they're trying to save. I mean, traditionally, Night of Champions would be every championship is on the line. Well,
that too. I mean,
and then they had that one year. They had that one year where it was CM Punk versus Big Show.
That's a
no
sellout right there. Yeah, that's a sellout right
and
there.
And CM Punk came out with the shirt that said, "I broke Big Show's hand."
Yeah. I will tell you this. I think Cody came back a little too soon. This is my hot take.
You know what? I thought so too.
I was thinking more like SummerSlam. That's what I thought. Like, big comeback, because you're going to take the title from John Cena. Obviously, he's going to drop it back to him because that's the story that's being set up. But you have him come back now, and it's like, now what is Cody going to do till we get to that? Right? And that's if Cena holds the title I'm assuming he holds the title the whole reign till he retires. But if that's the case, then like he's going to have them have these weird matches for months. Like that's what happens with Triple H is he books it like with Gunther and Jey Uso. There was so much time and they didn't need that much time because they, it's like, okay, let's get to it, and I just think Cody maybe came back too soon. A lot of people I read online are like, oh man, it's great to have him back because, SmackDown's been lacking. And I'm like, was it? Like, is it?
Well, I mean, Cena's gone every other week. No Cody, no Roman. They're having I don't know, the bootleg version of the Bloodline. Having to entertain everybody. I mean, I do get that SmackDown is lacking without Cody, but I do agree. I don't know if I would have brought him back at SummerSlam, maybe sooner than that.
Money in the Bank.
You, yeah, I would have Money in the Bank, but then you don't have this main event that they built.
But you could have
So,
had, which I know we're gonna go around and about on this. Could have had Cena and Punk at Money in the Bank.
Oh
I'm
man,
sure we get there at some point, but
true. But CM Punk is busy, dealing with that unnamed three guys.
I know it's one of those two where like I know Seth and CM Punk is hot, but it's like they've been feuding for the better part of 2 years now. Keep them away from each other a little bit, maybe.
I mean,
it's just like a whole new feud has started, but they're both in it again. I still think it's gonna go all the way to War Games. Maybe it's the other one we talked about, but there's just so many people in this pot that I just feel like that's War Games material. Or
we get a little taste of traditional Survivor Series.
That would be fantastic.
Just have a couple of those matches and then end it up with the actual War Games match.
Yeah, take my money.
Mm-hmm.
Just take it all, because I'll gladly do that. However, I am traditional. I would love to see like a tournament where you just get eliminated throughout the night and your team has to go to the end. I do like that too, but I don't think we'll ever see that again.
No.
Not with 4 matches on each PLE. But, yeah, overall, I mean, Cody coming back, I think it was a little too soon, but we're here now. We're going to see how this goes.
Yeah.
Logan Paul and John Cena, which he goes, you got your partner in Logan Paul. I'm like, he just helped him for the first time tonight. And I don't want to make you sad or mad, but I'm hearing rumblings that it could be like Cody and Jay versus Cena and Logan, but they might add Bad Bunny and Travis Scott to it at like SummerSlam.
Oh no!
Since Cardi B's gonna be there too, it's gonna be like a music.
Oh please no! Please no!
Like, this is SummerSlam, not Coachella. Relax.
Oh my goodness! Remember back when Roman won the Royal Rumble and everybody fucking hated it?
This will be that.
It's giving me these vibes now.
Yeah, I don't know what's worse, is that or like Charlotte Flair on TV.
Oh, you know what? I'd rather have Charlotte Flair have a spot in the Money in the Bank match and even win it than having
ever have Travis Scott on television.
Logan Paul, Bad Bunny, and Travis Scott on my TV.
Fiend.
I will gladly, happily suffer through another Charlotte Flair title reign. Gladly, I would. Then see those 3 motherfuckers.
I know. I'm with you. But overall, you know what? I will give Saturday Night Main Event, I will give it a 7.5 because it was good for me in the sense that it felt like the old days, like a lot of content of matches and less promo time, like to focus on weird stuff, right? Just good action, 2 hours, all gas, no breaks. Yarramin. I can't do it like you can. But
honestly, the worst match was the women's match.
Yeah, and the other 4 were pretty good.
Yeah. So 4 out of 5 good matches. Yeah, fantastic.
Yep.
So that 7.5. I'll agree with that.
Good. And before I thank all of you for watching and giving us your watch time, please make sure to go check out the link tree below. Go get you some WWE merch. It doesn't cost you extra. You're just supporting your boys at Triple Threat Wrestling. Ain't no problem with that. Yarameen. I can't do it. Can you do it? I can't do it.
Nah, I can't do it.
We'll find out next time.
I love you so.
Anyway, yeah, yeah. So, thank you guys for the support. That was Saturday Night Main Event recap. We will see you on the next one.